water, come on back.
Take it back. Take it back. I'll let you on Jim. I'll let you on Jim.
Yeah, water, and come on back.
You're like required to customize your I thought they made me sold. There's nothing stopping you from getting more. I didn't want it. But it's totally
All right, let's gather around real quick, right over here.
Yeah, that's sweet.
All right, so the theme this week, we are passing guard. All right, and specifically, we've been passing a lot of open guards. Let's go over a few things. All right, what are the 3 rules of good guard passing? What was the first most important rule? Have
Good base.
Good base.
Pass to both sides.
Pass to both sides. Thank you, Tyler. And then, what was the last one? I already know you know. What is it?
Chain multiple.
Yeah, there you go. Combined passes. Okay. So when I pass guard, I don't want to come in with a bad base. Okay. I don't want to come in with my head over my hips. You can just pull me. Yeah, and it's bad. Okay. So I want to come in with a good base. Usually, if somebody, if we're in a match and he drops, well, let's say he's standing up. Another concept is you want to have your head at the same level as their head or lower. Okay. So if somebody drops in front of you, don't just stand there. Because see, some of these 10 Planet guys do this stuff, and like the guys just stand there and they get heel hooked. And I don't understand it. Keep your head at their level or lower, and you're going to be fine. Okay. Now let's go over a couple very simple ones. We went over the other day. We went over some very simple ones from like if they try to butterfly you. Today we're going to go ahead and pressure into him a little bit. Okay. So here we are. He's sitting up. I know I need to get him flat on his back, and I need to get past one of his legs. Okay. So one of the first things that I do is I put my hands in their armpits. So I need to get him flat on his back first. So I'm going to go ahead and push him to his back. Okay. And if my hands are on the outside of his forearms, I'm going to swim them in. Boom. Here I go. Okay. So my hands are in the armpits. My thumbs are not in his armpit though. I don't want to break my thumbs. The digits are all together. Okay. So my palms are in his armpits, and I'm smashing his feet against his butt. Okay. This is one of the only passes you can do from your knees. Okay. It's a very effective pass, but it's one of the only ones that you'll be on your knees for. Okay. Now, from here, the reason I want to keep his heels to his butt is because it takes away a lot of his power. Okay. If his legs are like at a 90-degree angle, he's using these big muscles right here, the quads, okay? But the closer his heel is to his butt, all of a sudden now we're using these tiny little muscles, okay? So we're taking away a lot of his power by doing so. So we want to keep, if you're ever in a tournament and I'm yelling at you, cram the feet, that's what I'm talking about, okay? Just crowd his feet with your knees, okay? Do you feel like you can kick me off? It's going to be difficult for him to kick me off because of that, okay? Now, I want to isolate one leg. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to donkey kick behind me, do like this this hook kick, boom. The faster I do this, the better it's going to be, okay? And I need to do it in a hook kick fashion because he's going to be hooking my leg. So I need to get that hook off. So I'm going to kick fast and violent behind me. And then I'm going to isolate one of his legs with both of my legs. Okay? So now I've got one leg. I don't really care what's going on with this leg. I've got one leg up against his butt. Okay? From here, I'm going to go ahead and start passing. All right? So from here, I don't want to really stay too far away with my arms. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my elbows in, boom, and watch. I'm connecting my elbow to my side here. See this? I'm using my elbow to push his leg down, but I'm not doing this. You see that? I'm not doing this. Okay, we don't roll like chicken, we roll like T-Rex. Okay, so we want to have our elbows in tight. The other one can go to the other hip. Okay, from here, I'm simply going to get my knee over his knee and then pass. The moment you pass, you want to get the moment you get in side control, you want to have good face pressure, okay, the cross face. And if you notice, instinctively, I always move the hips away from me, okay? I want everybody at this gym, the moment you pass somebody's guard and you get into side control, always just instinctively just move their hips away from you. You can use your forearm, you can use your hips, but just make that instinctive, okay? And go for the cross face, okay? In my opinion, cross face is one of the most important things in side control, to control side control. So that's one of the first things that I do is the moment I pass, okay? So here we are, he dropped in front of me. I'm gonna push him down, cram his legs, swing my arms to the inside, and I'm gonna keep his legs crammed. I'm going to donkey kick behind me. And by the way, if that doesn't work, you can come up and then just block with your arm and then kick. And then now you can come back, okay? We want to isolate one leg. Elbow to my side, I step over, cross face, move his hips away from me, okay? Any questions on this? Anybody need to see it again?
It's the cross face.
Cross face? Yeah, so what is cross face? Cross face is basically just making his head do something it's not supposed to do. If his neck is in alignment here, he's at his strongest, okay? So I want to make him look away from me, okay? I want to turn his head. Cross face can be this, it can be this, it can be this. I definitely don't want him looking at me. I want his neck to do something it's not supposed to be doing. When we do that, we take a lot of their power away from them, okay? And you can test this on the bench press. Go ahead and start benching with your neck straight. See how much you can bench, and then do this and see how much you can bench. It's like not gonna be even a fraction, okay? If you control the head, you control the body, all right? So instinctively, go ahead and make his head look away from you. Get his hips pointing the other direction, okay? Cross face. All right. Any other questions?
Any questions? Are you switching your hips when you're coming over the wall? Good question.
So I drop just to get past this leg, and then I square up with you. So I don't stay. I do drop to my hip, and then I square up with you. Good question. Any other questions? What's up, Riley?
Yes, sir.
All right, that's it. On 3, 1, 2.
Sorry, Thomas, I'm ditching you.
You know how to do it. It doesn't really matter while you're here. I do mine a little bit. One leg out.
Leg out.
Don't give her any space.
Like step over, and then use it like push my knee that way. That way you're looking like this. Yeah. Well, no, that's the motion. Like, yeah. It's been about working with you. Sure. Yeah, just try to keep your hips spread back. If you scissor too hard, whenever you come here, if you back step, people will roll you. I need to hit my hip on the the whole time with that. So you're scissoring, like your hips are facing back like that. Yeah. If you were to drop your left hip to the mat like that, and back step like that, that's like what most people like to do initially, but like you get this control down here. Step over. Yeah. Yep. People usually get right there, but I always do mine pretty yeah. Yeah.
I want to go here.
So what you don't want to do in here is do things fast. Don't do things like overhead. You know, sorry, I'll be fine. Driving in my face. You're doing good. You don't hold up. You're not. You don't have to worry about that. Back. Like that. You shouldn't be able to lift it. You might be pretty strong. So I like to do this like you're saying, trap like right here. Kick back. Come back in. Push it down. Right here. See that? Now what I'm saying, that here, and then on the
Alright, is everybody getting this? Is anybody not getting it? It's a pretty simple task, right? And it's like I said, it's one of my favorite passes. It's one of the only ones you can do like from your knees. And but it's very effective. Just keep the heel crammed against their butt. And I guess the hardest part is just isolating one leg. But once you do, it's a good pass. Okay. All right, I'm going to go over like 3 different guards to pass. Okay. So this one, you know how I said combine your passes? This one you're gonna get from a lot of different other passes that you go for, okay? So anytime he straightens a leg out or maybe gets a leg up, you can go into the over-under pass, okay? So it could happen from this one. It can happen from a whole bunch of different guards, okay? So you need to know immediately how to do the over-under pass, all right? Now, in the day class especially, we've been going over how to stop the over-under pass, but I'm gonna show you how to do the over-under pass where it's like even more effective and way harder to stop, okay? So with most guard passing, you want to cut the angle. Like most of the time, you're not going to come in straight on to pass a guard. You go in at an angle, okay? Now, for the over-under pass, I take my far shoulder and put it in his belly button, and it's like I'm shooting in like a bullet, and I'm getting my head to the other side. This is one of the only guard passes that you want to have your head on the wrong side, on the other side. Okay, normally most guard passes you want to have your head on the same side you're passing to. Not so with the over-under pass, okay? So I take my shoulder and I shoot in just like a bullet straight in to his belly button, getting my head on the opposite hip, okay? One arm goes under, one arm goes over. This one that goes over, it is imperative to control the leg, because if not, if I just come in like this, what am I in? I'm in a triangle, right? So I have to control this bottom leg. All right, so I'm controlling it not only with my arm that goes over, but I'm also controlling it with my legs. Okay? So when I go in, I'm here, and I pinch his leg with my legs, and the arm that's over, it basically, it just weaves through. It's like a vortex. I'm putting my palm basically at his calf, okay? If he's got a gi on, I'll grab the gi and keep it pushed down. Either way, I'm hemming this leg up and I don't let him get it back, okay? So, and I'm pinching it with my legs, all right? The arm that's under, this is very important. The arm that's under, I don't want to like overextend myself. So a lot of people make the mistake is, with the under is they get this like huge grip here, but look what happens when I have this super huge grip. It gives him a handle, which is his way out. He's going to grab this handle and take me over, okay? I don't want to give him a handle. So my elbows are in tight, okay? I have a shallow grip with the under, okay? Shallow grip. Just like so, okay? So you feel like you can, it's going to be much more difficult for him to grab that handle, okay? So this is what I was talking about, all right? Now the leg that we're pinching and the overarm, I'm going to walk, chances are he's going to be on his side, because that's what a good guard would be, to be on your side. But I want to get him flat on his back, so I'm going to walk. I'm tippy-toeing toward the other leg, and I'm getting him flat on his back. From here, I'm ready to pass. I'm going to windshield wiper my legs, and then shelve his leg over my thigh. Okay? This completely hems up his hips. But I can't sit here and admire my work. I got to climb up. Why? Because I got to get cross face. And then I move his hips away from me. Okay? Every time. Move the hips away from me. Every time. Okay? So we're here. I shoot in at an angle. Boom. Shallow grip here. Elbow to your side. Pinch his leg with your legs. And keep your elbow super tight to your body so he can't get a Kimura. See this? Very tight to your body. Walk toward the other leg. Windshield wiper. Shelve his legs on your leg. And then climb up. Move his hips away from him. Okay? Pretty simple, right? Any questions on it?
When you're like going for the crossface, do you usually have to like weave through his frames for a little bit first, or is it like usually available like right after you're passing?
Well, so if they're really good at jiu-jitsu, chances are I'm going to have to deal with their frames in some form or fashion. So once I get to this situation here, If I can't, I'm gonna switch and I'm gonna start like walking around. Now I have a crawl space with my super thick leg.
More like a really my face, but yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
My goal is to make his head just go somewhere else.
Yeah.
All right. So I'll do whatever it takes to make that happen. All right. What else? Anybody need to see it again? Okay. On 3. 1, 2.
Like this, especially if I already have one leg in there. You want me to go first? Basically, I have it in the chair for your hand will probably be on my couch. Lift my leg up. That's your leg.
All right.
I'll do it and talk through it, and then you can do it.
So once your wife kick straight back, and then try and swing your ball.
Try and keep your knees up. You do it. I'm already not. Yeah. Still dogging.
That's good. Let me show you what to do. You probably get one like
Put your this side of your head in my body. And now pinch my leg.
Let's do whatever you can.
Yeah. And then walk them to your right. And then now get your right leg behind mine. Yeah, now you're better. Yeah, this pass is super good.
Show me something like that on the video.
Oh, that's the stuff, yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Donnie.
The way that you'll get into it.
So you see that opening for it?
You're going under and over into this leg, but you're jogging your shoulders to my leg. Like you're coming in and you're...
Yeah, so my foot is on the ground and my knee is on. So, like, the foot, look,
Yeah.
you want to be like this, foot on the ground, so his leg is across here. Yeah, see, it gets his hips way off.
Okay.
Now, climb up the body, and move his hips away from you. Climb up. Okay, get your ball space, move his hips away from you now. With your right hand. Good.
Try and use this arm to control my hip. You don't want to control my head until if you're not controlling my head, then when you pass, the movement so you control the hip and scale the crossface. That's the best thing.
Elbows nice to your body, so you can't do that.
So, yeah, because like say I'm here and you've got your friends on me and I'm going for this crossface, I'm not going to this arm. Like over the head, you can bring your knees in and reguard. Well, if I'm controlling the hips before I get the crossface, now try and get your knees in. Yeah, and then now you can read through all your frames. Get this and then come. I'll probably walk it this way. Yeah. Like if I just dive in you and I'm already here, I don't need to.
That's fine right there.
Stay down here.
All right, is everybody getting this? Everybody come on in. So again, key details, you have to control that bottom leg. Otherwise you're going to get triangled. And if you want it to be a higher percentage without getting reversed, make sure your underhook arm is tight and shallow. It's a strong grip, but it's shallow. And your elbow is super tight. That way there's no handle for him to grab on, or much less of a handle. If we're here, he's got a handle. Here, less of a handle. Does that make sense? All right, so the last guard that I wanted to deal with, we got to deal with half guards, okay? But specifically, we need to go over how to deal with lockdown, okay? And not a lot of people do lockdown in here. I do it every once in a while, but it's very sparingly. I put you in lockdown and then I use it and get rid of it. I don't stay there, okay? I think that's the right way to use lockdown, in my opinion. But we all need to know, A, how to do it, because it's pretty useful. But we really need to know how to get out of it, don't we, Chrissy?
Something like that.
Yeah. So we need to know how to get out of it safely, okay? So first, let's go over lockdown. We'll do it a few times just so to make sure y'all know how to do it, and then I'll show you how to get out of it. Okay? It's actually really easy to prevent and very easy to get out of. Okay? So let's face this way. I'm on my back. All right. So lockdown is a form of half guard, and it's as simple as this. So half guard, I got my legs around his leg, right? My outside leg goes over his leg, which is the way half guard is supposed to be. The middle leg goes over my ankle and then under his ankle. And then I can use it to extend him out, bring him in, and so forth. It's a very good controlling tactic, okay? And if you're really strong at it, some weaker people might tack to it, okay? It's kind of painful, okay? You shouldn't tack to this, so it's not going to break your bones. All right, but you just need to know how to do it. All right, so outside leg over, middle leg over your leg, and then hook underneath his leg, just like so. And then, of course, for half guard, you want to be on your side. Okay, this is lockdown. Okay, one more time. Outside leg over your leg, and then underhook his leg. And then get on your side. Okay? So everybody do that a few times each. Let's just make sure you got it right. I'll walk around, make sure you got it right, and then we'll show you how to easily prevent it and easily get out of it. Okay? On 3. 1, 2. Good, Elliot. No. Oh, your leg. That's the first, right? Your leg over your leg. The middle leg over your. Good. Good.
Put the other one over there. Both legs. Put that outside. Good. Now you want to
Outside leg over. Outside leg
So it's both legs over. It's like we're putting all my legs. This leg, now this leg, that's locked up. Just one. Yeah, so you can use your elbow.
Dude, I can't trust anything that comes out of his mouth. Very good.
Yeah, but I'm happy. I really like that.
Yeah, that's great.
What do you do? I'm excited about that.
Well, I can get out.
You're like way over here. No, but you're like way over here. They got it. Everybody got it. Make sure that yes. Very good. All right, it looks like everybody's getting this. This isn't a half guard seminar. I just wanted to make sure you knew how to do lockdown. And it's important to know how to do lockdown because it'll get you out of a bad situation. Somebody might have a submission on you or something or whatever, and you can use the lockdown to like straighten them out and get rid of the submission, or maybe maybe they have you flattened out and you need to hide your head and get the other hook like half guard is supposed to be. Okay. So there's a reason for half guard. It's a very there's a reason for lockdown. It's a very useful tool. Okay, I wouldn't just stay there forever, but it's a very useful tool. Okay, so we need to know how to get out of it. It's actually very, very simple to completely just negate. Like if you are doing some of the fundamentals correctly, you won't ever get put in lockdown. Okay. If I end up in his half guard, one of the first things that I do is I get my leg perpendicular to his. Okay? Now, can you put me in lockdown? You can't even get regular half guard. The third rule of half guard is get your outside leg over, right? He can't even do that because I have my leg perpendicular to his. Okay? So that alone just completely negates, it prevents half guard. Okay? But we get caught lacking, or whatever the case is, maybe he's just super good, did something right, now we're in lockdown, okay? So, just like with regular half guard, in order to learn how to get out of something, we need to figure out how to make, what makes it work in reverse engineering, okay? Anytime you're in somebody's half guard, one of the first things you want to do is prevent their head from being hidden, because that's the first rule of half guard. Hide your head. Second rule is what? Underhook, and then the last one is the outside leg over. Okay? So if we end up in this situation, he's done everything backwards, so at least we can keep his head hidden, and by not allowing him to hide his head, he doesn't get an underhook. Okay? So I'm not really worried about his half guard right now. I just got to deal with this. All right? There's a couple of very easy ways to deal with it. Okay? This one I learned from Eddie Bravo. He's like the godfather of half guard. And I was just at a random seminar, I've never seen it before in my life, and he showed this, and I've been using it ever since. Works wonders. So here we are, where we keep his head hidden, we don't let him get the underhook. I'm going to lift my leg up, see how everything goes with it, and I'm going to get my free heel on the other side of his heels. And I'm going to scrape it all off, and now I can get my leg perpendicular to his legs. Very simple, and then the rest is just any kind of guard pass you want to do, okay? So let's face this way so they can see. So he gets locked down, good. Keep his head hidden, lift up, get the free leg on the other side of his heel, scrape it all off, and then get your knee, your shin, perpendicular to his legs. Now you don't have to worry about lockdown anymore. Does that make sense? Okay, one more time. Once you do this, it'll be confusing at first because you're like, wait, there's a bunch of stuff down there. Once you do it like once or twice, you'll see what I'm talking about. Just lift your leg up, get the other leg on the other side of his heel, scrape it off, and then get your shin perpendicular. Very simple, okay? If I ever get caught at all, it's like the moment he does it, I just do it real quick and get out. Okay? Any questions? All right, on three. 1, 2. Ooh, that was crisp. That was good. We're going to play this song. I've done
You're just like shaking your head, yes, it's fun.
Is that it?
You got half guard. Go to your right hip. Like, be on your right hip, not your left, yeah.
to do once you block it with your left leg, just take your right leg out. It just comes out. Yeah.
Yeah, just one leg is good. Or left. Yeah.
Is the back still good?
Good.
Yes, I live close to be like rapping it.
The moment you do this, you've got to get your shin perpendicular to their leg, otherwise they're just going to put you right back in.
No, I'm probably not. My nails.
Yeah, that's all right.
I can put my nails through the
What?
Your ears cleaned up.
You want me to do the other side or no?
Yeah. The old,
No, you usually do that. They usually do.
Dragging the snakes.
Get like double underarm, and then like try on my thigh to bring your leg. And use it to like push and pull. Like if you don't really shoulder when you're really but you're not holding it on. Always either one.
That is funny. I got Elliot.
Oh, that would fit him good. That would be a really good one.
Just lift your left foot.
Who is it?
put a whole baby in there.
Well, that's the right
Damn it, sir, breaks the line.
to get something.
that one. Check me out.
It was in a song player.
All right, everybody come in. That I'm about to show you works on all different types of guards. All you got to do is just get your chest past their knees and you can do this. But it works wonders against lockdown, okay? And the bottom person has to be really careful because once somebody starts doing this, you better let go of lockdown because it's going to hurt them. So again, you keep their head away from you. So don't let them hide their head. Don't let them get an underhook. And then from here, we're going to drop down and bear hug just below his butt. And I'm going to sprawl my legs out. Boom. And then I shove his legs. And it's very similar to the over-underpass. When you do this fast and hard, they feel it. Okay.
Your ankle on there.
Yeah, it's kind of, it'll pop their ankle. It's not gonna like submit them, but dude, it is painful. Okay. You just got to do it fast and hard.
See you again.
All right. Does anybody have any questions over anything we went over today? Any questions over anything at all? Do you just
See that last thing again?
Oh yeah, this one. Yeah.
Fast and hard one.
Yeah, the fast and hard. So we're here. We keep his head away from us. Once we're ready to strike, we drop down and bear hug at the thighs, just below his butt, and then sprawl our legs out. Boom. And then we pick his legs up. I show him his legs. Now can you shrimp? His hips are completely out of the game. Cross face. Move his hips away from me. Make him smell his own knee. Do whatever you want to do.
The thing that's different about that one is that you got an over.
Yeah. Yep.
And you're
It's so powerful. And like you can do it against any guard as long as you can get your chest over their knees. You can't do it if one of their knees is over your chest, the chest. But if you can get it works on any guard. If you can get your chest past their knees with their thighs. Okay, very powerful. Any other questions? All right, that's it for the instructional portion. Get some water, mouthpiece, get ready.